Hello, everyone, and welcome to the bigger picture, or shall I say, the semester final of the bigger picture. I'm your host, Matthews Frank, and as always, here at the bigger picture, we're all about recognizing those organizations that you may have never heard of here on the SUNY Oswego campus. So now is that time of the show where we do our little semester checkup, what's going on. So let's start off with what's happening this semester in terms of us going home, the graduations, stuff like that. So I know a couple of my friends are leaving. I think graduation is tomorrow or Saturday? No, Saturday. I know a couple of my friends are graduating this Saturday, so shout out to you guys. Hope you guys enjoy your graduation ceremony. Hope you guys enjoy life after college. Hope everything is good with you guys. I'm a senior as well, so my graduation is next semester. So shout out to all you seniors that are graduating next semester. We're almost there. We got this. We just got a couple more months. We're out of here. We're also touching down on winter break. So I just want to wish safe travels to everybody going home. When you get home, do whatever you got to do. Spend some time with family, enjoy the holidays, and, just get ready for next semester because spring semester is a long one, so get ready for that. So before we introduce tonight's guest, let's run down a couple of things that are happening or that has happened this week. So to start off, let's give a shout out to the Women's Center, who are our guests for tonight's episode. They've been in Penfield Library this week hosting study sessions with their committee, their e-board, and anybody who likes to join them. So shout out to Women's Center for that. There's a flyer for anybody interested in seeing. Next up, shout out to EOP for holding down the snacks and the goodies in Penfield Library. So if you are in the library tomorrow, I know the library is closed right now, but if you're there tomorrow, you want to grab a couple snacks, pastries, drinks, stop by the EOP office in Penfield Library and grab what you got to grab. Also, a quick shout out to AA Men. Check out their Instagram page at AA Men Oswego to check out the photos from their Men of Oz photo shoot. These men are men of Oswego who have made an impact on this campus, from holding positions on multiple e-boards to starting businesses to even making an impact in their field. This was a collaboration with the Oswego Photography Club, so stay tuned to their Instagram for more photos from that photo shoot. And last but definitely not least, let's give a shout out to all the organizations this week and last week who have held stress release programming just to help us out when it came to finals week. There was 2.5, there was CSA, there was ASA, there was BSU. A lot of these organizations did a great job with hosting events to make us feel calm and ready to tackle finals week. When we return back from break, we'll be joined by Women's Center, so stick around.
Shine on that boy.
Look at the bling. Do we got a diamond tester on?
Yeah, that's getting bad. Yep.
10
out of 10 recommend on Yelp.
Welcome back to the bigger picture. Tonight we have Women's Center. To give you guys a little debrief on what exactly is Women's Center, Women's Center was created with a mission to provide education, support, and advocacy to the Oswego community. This organization is all about showing the powerful embodiment of women's rights, showing how she's a fighter for gender equality, mental health awareness, political justice, sexuality representation, and sexual assault awareness. How she believes there is power in people and power in your voice, how there is power in your support, and she fights for you. They also promise to uplift and empower you whenever they need it. They promise to listen and to learn with you, and they promise to provide a safe space for you to voice your opinions and your concerns. They promise to be your escape. Joining us today is the co-director of programming, Maya, and the president of Women's Center, Maria. Welcome, guys, welcome. So, let's start off today's episode with asking you guys a simple question. Why Women's Center? What made you guys want to join this organization? Either one of you could go.
I'm gonna start first. Hello, everyone. I joined Women's Center at first. It was the position. It was open outside, and I wanted to go for it, of course. Committee leader, I wanted to give it a try, but I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, explore new people, make new connections. I feel like college is all about making new connections and networking, and I love networking with other women that are powerful and that are so wiser than me, and I just wanted to learn from them. Of course, it was a safe space that I wanted to introduce to, and I just met a whole bunch of beautiful ladies that was in the committee at the time, and it was an amazing time during the last spring semester when I first joined, and from there I just was a successful.
Copy. Maya?
I joined more so because it was calm. I feel like when I went to the program and in their meetings, their old DOP, I gotta give her credit. She did her thing with making it feel comfortable, making it feel open, and they educated, and they were free to speak on topics that I may not have known myself a lot about, but they educated me openly and willingly. I was able to speak my truth, hear other truth, and understand different cultures and backgrounds that I felt like was kind of important in a college setting. So it gave me that comfort zone, I feel like.
And then with being in the e-board now, how does it feel now with the new people you guys have, and you guys hold both big positions on the e-board, so how is it like now?
At first, when they selected me to be president, I was like, okay, I don't know anything about this. Like, I'm excited, of course, but I don't know how to handle this position. But then when I came fall semester and I had my said e-board, it was so like, wow, I'm actually holding the position of Women's Center for represent on campus. And right now, I just feel very, very happy about the outcome and all the effort that we have put into Women's Center, because we want to be a safe space for campus, and we want to be a safe space for everybody, not only for women, but everybody that wants to have a voice on campus. And I definitely want to provide that for everybody. And I heard people coming to me and telling me that, wow, like, it's really good vibes on Women's Center, and I definitely appreciate that, because it should be a safe place for everybody.
For Maya, I know Maria, you've been in e-boards before. Maya, this is your first time being in an e-board, right?
Yes.
So how that like for you?
It's not bad as long as I manage it properly, and I feel like I do balance it out pretty well, but I think I have an issue sometimes communicating. Although I'm vocal, I'm just not comfortable a lot of the times to communicate things, which I feel like I need to kind of work on, which I'm trying to figure out as long as it goes, but it's a whole different vibe of Women's Center now, just because no old committee members really stayed, but we do have two original members who are there, Laura and Uzi. Thank you, appreciate you guys. But it's a completely different setting, and I feel like everybody's learning how to do things. Maria learning to be president and filing, figuring out how that is going. I feel like me being DOP, other members of the e-board figuring out how to do their positions and do it to the best of their ability. But I definitely feel like next semester you're gonna see a different Women's Center though.
Okay,
for sure.
Heard it. So move on to the next question. Of course, Women's Center holds weekly programs, so if you guys can, describe to me those programs, how those programs look, what's the type of people you guys get at your programs, what are the topics you guys cover at these programs? and we got the co-DOP here too. So like,
I guess,
if you want, you can tell us what
I'll
you
go
think.
first. I guess I'll go first. I think for me personally, like at our programs, I try to very much make it an open space where anybody feels comfortable, not just women, but anybody, no matter what your pronouns are, no matter what your gender is, or whatever you identify as. I like to hear different opinions, especially create a different opinion with a vibe and ask questions that are kind of inquisitive for others to think, because sometimes I feel like questions can be one answered, but other times they're not. We have lovely members who come from diverse places and different places and come from different social classes, which throws a lot into it and throws a lot of information. We have well-educated people. Carly's one of them. I'm not gonna lie, if you ever heard her speak, she be going in on her information, which just helps, and it just makes the program keep going back and forth. So yeah.
I feel like our programs are diverse, as Maya said, but also they're a conversation. They're a safe place. They shouldn't be a lecture. They shouldn't be like another class or like homework time. We just have conversation. We were just talking about the things that we experience on our daily basis, the things that we experience outside and inside the classrooms, and we just bring it to our safe space and just talk about it.
Okay. Is there any program in particular you guys have in mind that you guys are like, wow, that's the one program I'm going to remember for being one of my favorites? It could be this year, past years, or anything coming up if you want to give us a sneak peek at any programs that, you guys enjoyed.
Funny thing you say that. One of the programs that I like the most, I wasn't even there for the most, honestly. It was, we did a program about periods in different societies, and we collabed with ASA. And I feel like it just, I don't know, it was cool to understand different backgrounds. I wasn't there for it, but I looked at the slides, so I know what they did, and I looked into it, and it was interesting to know that. But personally, a program that I achieved, last year we did denim program. Denim program. Yeah. And their DOP did a good job with her information, but not only that, the audience had prior information about it, which unfortunately I wasn't educated at the time about it, but now I'm more educated about it, I'm more comfortable with the topic. So I feel like that program really set it for like, oh, I could maybe do this possibly if I wanted to. Like I could kind of figure it out. So that's one of the programs that stood out the most to me.
Gotcha.
Definitely. I completely agree with Maya. The period programs was it was amazing. First, we had a conversation. We were just talking about it, and it felt like homey, like we girlies giving us tips to each other about our periods. And also, I'm gonna recall on one of the programs that was very successful this semester, which was Wellness Summit.
Okay, yeah.
Yes,
that was promoted a lot.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. We collab with BBB, SAPB, and her campus as well, and I feel like that program was very successful because a lot of people came and we were just talking about mental health, and we had different workshops where we just kind of distress each other, talk, and it felt like so good because it was a midterms week, so we were just like relaxing and doing different activities and learning about the sources that we have on campus for mental health.
Okay, cool. So let's get into a little bit more deeper questions here. You guys are ready?
Yes.
So what has been the biggest challenge you faced in this community as a woman, and how has Women's Center, the organization, helped you overcome that challenge? So by community, it could be the Oswego community back at home, or just, anything you want to base as your community. What are some obstacles you guys faced with it, and how has Women's Center helped?
I think for me, personally, making women heard has been an obstacle, because even in class, I feel like a lot of the times men typically play a role of just dominating and kind of speaking a little bit more loudly and aggressive than others, and it kind of looks a little bit bad. So I feel like balancing that and being able to bring that to Women's Center has been something that I've low-key struggled with, because I talk very low and I talk very soft, and a lot of the times when it's like to do the one mic, stuff like that, I have a hard time getting attention because I don't like to yell. I don't like to get the attention, but sometimes I feel like it is needed as well. So I've learned to do that and maneuver with that, I think, better.
Definitely. For me, I feel like being a Latina woman, being an immigrant as well, just having more representation around campus and more representation on the classrooms and outside the classroom has been a challenge. I want to see more women or people that looks like me representing me at all times and their voices being heard. I feel like that always encouraged me to put myself out there to be heard by others, and yeah.
Okay. And I think this kind of connects to this question, but what has being a part of Women's Center taught you yourself as a woman? Like, what has the organization taught you?
For me, wow, it has taught me a lot in such a small time from once I first joined, because I was so dedicated to like get a large committee, set a large committee, and then prepare for my time to, like, I was gonna be president. And it taught me to have patience.
Yeah.
It taught me to have to be consistent. And definitely, no, I'm gonna say patience again, because I need to be patient with my e-board. I need to be patient with my committee. I need to reflect myself on them and just like try to keep them committed to the position, try to like emphasize how important it is for us to represent women on campus.
I think it taught me to expand my horizons more and to know that there are people out there that have my beliefs, kind of, or not my beliefs, but there are people out there that I can connect with that I may not have necessarily had the opportunity to connect with, but there are people out there, which I feel like was something that I struggled with, only because like most of our classes were online. So I don't really know many people in my major, but luckily this semester I got to meet other people of different majors that may not be mine, but I learned more so about theirs that I felt like was kind of intriguing and stimulating in some ways.
Before we move on to the next question, I want to ask like a little side question. So I know that you guys, Women's Center is one of the most known organizations on campus today. Like everybody knows Women's Center, everybody loves Women's Center, everybody comes out, support, and I love that for you guys, honestly. So how does that make you feel, knowing that, like, you know, you guys, Women's Center has always been one of the top programs here on campus, and like this year is just another example of how good of an organization it is. How does that make you guys feel?
I mean, I think it makes me feel proud, but I wouldn't say proud in the sense of I hold it on my back, like kind of like an ego thing, because I don't personally think it's me a part of that yet, because I feel like it'll be me a part of that once I leave, which is kind of weird to think about it, but I feel like a lot of women have set the path before us previously, like Karen, Yadi, and they've kind of set the foundation, and Laura to follow in it, and that's what I've been trying to do and kind of bring it up. So I'm glad that it is getting recognition for what they did in the past, because that's what it is known for. I do think that in the future, hopefully, it can get more recognition within other communities and be more broad in that aspect and kind of explore.
I definitely agree with Maya saying, like, we are creating a legacy for the people who's coming next, and we definitely are following the people in the past, like Tiffany. I just want to say she did a lot for the Women's Center. Natasha, I know she was one of the president for the Women's Center when I was like a freshman.
Freshman year, yeah.
Definitely. So those ladies actually did her thing, and then now us continuing, I just feel like proud. I just feel like happy that everybody just wants to come, wants to participate, wants to make connections, wants to meet other people. So it definitely makes me so happy that people have a safe place to come and just like learn new things and make new and meet new people.
Okay, cool. What is one change you hope to accomplish for women in the near future?
For their voices to be heard. I feel like a lot of places right now, their voices aren't heard educationally, their voices aren't heard politically, and their voices are just not being heard in general. They're not considered equivalent to men, which I feel like is unruly. But also, I would like for people to understand that women come in all different shapes, sizes, different colors, different backgrounds, ethnicities, different pronouns. That doesn't make them more or less of a woman, which I think is important to know and to teach on others, because it's something that's changing in our society a lot, and it's actively changing, and I feel like it needs to be educated more.
I like that.
Definitely. I said this before, but I'm going to say it again. I definitely want to see more representation of different women in different type of roles. I just feel like as a minority and Latina woman, I just want to see other women like me be on those roles representing the minority community, but not only women, like everybody that needs to, as Maya said, the voices to be heard.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, when we return from break, we're going to hear more from Maria and Maya as we continue our conversation on Women's Center.
There are more than a dozen significant tropical and winter storms that threaten the East Coast. So chances are there will be more hurricanes and blizzards near here again. And between school, sports, and social lives, chances are you won't be with your kids when it happens. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids has all the educational tools and information to make the conversation easy. When the time comes, chances are they'll feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
Welcome back to the bigger picture. So let's continue on with our conversation from before break with Women's Center. So I have a little scenario question for you guys. So let's say you guys could have a dinner, lunch, breakfast, brunch, whatever it is, with any influential woman in history.
Oh, dang.
Who would it be?
Chill.
Why you chose her?
Yes.
And how would that conversation look like?
The only woman that comes to mind right now, top of my head, Michelle Obama.
No. I was gonna say the same thing.
Michelle Obama?
Yes.
Okay, why Michelle Obama?
She wanna be me. I just feel like as a black woman and being the first black lady,
Yeah.
it was something that like I saw as a kid, and I remember it being such a trivial moment in history and in time, and still to this day she holds weight in the sense of like when she walks into a room, people get up and stand. So I just feel like I respect that, and I also like how what she did for obesity and what she did for like the child movement and stuff with like children and stuff and getting them active, which is something that I participated in a lot. So it kind of left the path to me, and I kind of want to know like what were the things that she had to bear, that she had to break, and what did she have to do to get where she is, because I don't think it's an easy task to get there. So I'm kind of curious about that. What do you guys?
Wow, no. That was definitely my answer, so I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Come
say
on now.
no. I'm gonna say Michelle.
I'll change my woman after this.
I feel like she's just the representation of a humble woman that yes is in the position of the first lady, but still like is the representation for everybody. Like no matter how you look, no matter how.
Now I'm gonna change my woman. I'm thinking.
No matter how it is, like she's still the representation for everybody. I feel like she has advocated for women, children, for obesity, as Maya said. She has advocated for. You have something to say? Go ahead.
Stop. I was giving you your time. I just had a euphoria moment. Maya Angelou. Because I don't know if everybody knows, but in our program we talked about it, so you guys should come to the program and see it. We talked about how she used to be a prostitute, and she used to have a different path away from poetry, which I feel like is something that I would love to hear more about in depth. I feel like it's cool.
I don't know why, but Doja Cat.
Okay.
Doja Cat. I just personally feel like Doja Cat is.
If you like her music, I can see you.
Yeah, like she got good music. She got good music.
I can see you bumping it.
But I feel like she's she's just an example of so many other women who like to step out of the box and like to be different compared to other women. And she makes people know that like it's better to be out of the box than it is to follow the normal. So I don't know, like I just thought of her right away just because like she's done so many out of the box things that all of us looked at and we were like, you know what, word.
You're speaking about a lot now, because now, Lizzo.
Lizzo, word.
Don't say ooh.
Rihanna is too.
I
like Rihanna.
But onto the Lizzo stuff, did you guys see? I saw this
She
on
announced,
TikTok.
like, 9 women, yes,
all the
yes.
influential women. I saw that video. I was like, wow, okay. So I would count Lizzo there too.
She did her thing with that.
So this past October, the ending of October, you guys had your Take Back the Night.
Yes,
So let me get your opinions on Take Back the Night, how it was, how you guys feel like it went after it all happened. What are your thoughts?
Take Back the Night was our main event for the semester. Like we put a lot of into it, planning the teachers' designs, the colors, like getting everybody to come together. It was definitely an experience. It was definitely a beautiful event where we were advocating for the safety of women and the awareness of sexual assault around campus. It was impactful. Like the event went really smoothly. We had our keynote speaker, we had our different presentations. Ritmo was over there. We had different poets like saying their poetries from their heart and soul. So I feel like it went beautifully. Like I wouldn't expect it to be anything else than it was. And then, you know, marching with everybody, and even Laura's mom, our VP mom, came to support from Rochester.
Nice.
So I just feel like it was an amazing event.
Okay.
Personally, I'm gonna be honest about the event. You know, you gotta be honest too about the event. It was a lot to do. Like for all new e-board, I gotta give credit to every single member on the e-board who put effort in, especially our graphic designer, Leslie. Oh God, I know you had a task with that, especially the Laura with the t-shirt, because we gave it to her to handle that. I feel like there was a lot into it involved behind the scenes that not everybody got to witness, and kind of happy they didn't, because it let us kind of bond and evaluate that. But I'm also thankful for everybody that did show support and who did come out, who did speak and speak their truth and speak their piece and everything, especially from every different backgrounds. Like we have members who weren't even part of committee, who just volunteered, and which we appreciate and kind of helped develop what it was. I liked how it was warm in the beginning. I like that. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the movement. I enjoyed the chants. It took a lot to speak on certain topics, and I enjoyed that people feel comfortable enough to express their stories, which I felt like was important, and hearing different stories. I liked the men's support that we got, I liked the posters that we got also. I liked everything. I feel like it was a good mix, a good thing, but just the leading up to it, it was a little stressful, a little hectic, and it was a little hard to like really push the movement for people to really understand and take it in, because keeping in mind half the campus was online, half the campus is like freshmen, half the campus didn't even attend the first semester, just came back second semester, so it was like it was a different playing field. It wasn't like, I feel like in previous years we've had like history behind it, or we've had like, you know, you saw your upperclassmen do it, but they didn't really see that, so they didn't really understand. But I think when the idea came about, they did show support and they did recognize it, which was cool and was fun. It was definitely something that I did appreciate for sure.
So before we end off tonight's episode, what's coming up for Women's Center next semester? I heard, because you said at the beginning we got some big things coming up. So should we just wait and see?
I feel like you should wait and see. At the same time, I feel like you should just take a little dip on the Instagram once in a while.
Okay.
For the winter break. You might see a couple little sneak peeks, a couple of questionnaires, because we want to know their opinions too, what they have, what they want to see coming up. Although we already have it planned, but still, you know, we would like to see it. We like to see it. So
I just want to say that you should definitely stay for March, which is Women's History Month.
What does that mean?
So we're definitely gonna have so many good things coming along for March and for the rest of the semester as well.
Good things like what? Am I hearing
I'm not gonna say.
Am I hearing collab? Oh, you said it, not me.
Definitely.
Oh.
So we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Maybe LSU got it.
I mean, let's go. Let's do it.
Okay,
let's do
let's
it.
see it. We hear it.
All right. So, as always, all good things must come to an end. So this was a great edition of The Bigger Picture. This semester was one of the best semesters we had of the show. Of course, we're missing our co-host Kiara.
We
We love you, Keith. We can't wait for you to come back. First episode next semester. If you can zoom in on me real quick. First episode next semester, Kiara will be back. First episode, Kiara will be back. All right. Anyways, we'd like to say thank you to Women's Center. Maya and Maria, I appreciate you guys for coming on tonight's episode. We had a great conversation about Women's Center. As always, follow Women's Center, as you can see down below. Follow Women's Center on Instagram. Like Maya and Maria said, they will be posting some updates for next semester. So I better see you guys reacting to those stories that they post. But like always, thank you for tuning into tonight's episode. Enjoy your break, enjoy your holidays, spend some time with your family. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and don't forget to always see things through the bigger picture. Peace.